Well, the Birmingham bin workers and the Unite Union are not happy with the revised offer given by Birmingham City Council. I'm going to show you quickly show you the article. They're not pleased at all about it, and I'm going to show you why. Let's take a look. Right, so here you go. Birmingham bin workers overwhelmingly reject council's partial deal as all-out strike continues. Striking Unite the Union members were balloted on Monday after an offer was put forward by Birmingham City Council in a bid to end the month-long bin strike, which has seen rubbish pile up in the streets. The union claimed the new deal would still see its members lose money in a long-run dispute. In the long run, despite a one-off payment for 150 bin workers. Unite said the pay offer does not cover the 200 drivers it says would face potential pay cuts, and claims the council admitted drivers could also see a significant pay drop. The union's General Secretary Sharon Graham said for weeks these workers have faced attacks from their government and the employer, pushing the lie that only a handful of workers are affected by the council's plans to cut up to £8,000. The rejection of the offer is no surprise, as these workers simply cannot afford to take pay cuts of this magnitude to pay the price for bad decision after bad decision. From the start, the council has consistently moved the goalposts for these workers, prolonging the strikes in the process. First it was equal pay, then it was about improving the waste service, and then cost cutting. Unite has set out simple and reasonable steps to the council to resolve the issue. It is important to remember that this dispute is not about a pay rise, but about preventing serious pay cuts. The government must now call a meeting with the stakeholders to ensure that these steps are taken to bring the strike to an end. The government must now also urgently reconsider Unite's proposals for debt restructure at Birmingham City Council and other local authorities. Workers and communities cannot continue to pay the price. Now, Angela Rayner, she's the one who's been tasked with looking after the situation and getting a resolution. She said that the Labour-run council were presented a significantly improved offer and urged workers to accept it. She said the Army Logistics are helping to tackle the rubbish piling up on Birmingham streets, but there are no boots on the ground. Apparently there's only a few, or at least a couple, people are saying. So, looking at this, if you're talking about refuse workers, they're not the highest paid job in the world. They're fairly low paid. I think they do a really horrible job, to be fair. I certainly would balk at the idea of doing it myself. They do a really good job of keeping the streets clean, usually, of clearing the rubbish, and I think that they deserve to be paid what they're paid. They don't deserve a pay cut. Okay, maybe not a pay rise because the council might have spending limits and financial issues, but to cut funding, to cut their wages, seems to me just to be completely the wrong way to deal with it. You're going to have strikes, you're going to have pushback against something like that, and it's just like with the Labour government themselves. They're pushing their cuts onto the most vulnerable people, onto the lowest paid people, because they think that they can get away with it, and it shows here that they're not getting away with it. So I'm pleased that they're back in the situation. Obviously for Birmingham residents it's not very nice to be under piles of rubbish, but I think they've just got to look at the fact that Birmingham City Council have made a big mistake here, and that the people of Birmingham are paying the price for it. But let me know down in the comment section what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and don't forget to subscribe if you've got this far. I'll see you next time.